concentrate onto the what's written. We are going to jump onto the videos. Okay. Now we've got this video here for the sake of understanding this is normal. Tell me, good, moderate or poor?
Poor.
Think and tell me. What would you aim it as? So generally speaking, anything less than 25% or 30% we say is poor. Between 30 and 45-50% we say is moderate. And anything above 45-50% we say is normal. So there is a bit of overlap, 5% overlap here and there, and it's acceptable. I would say this is erring more towards poor than moderate. You could say it moderate, and the reason you why, because this wall here has still preserved thickness and is contracting well. But the interventricular septum is not doing well. And if you see the heart shape, see how bullet shaped this heart is. This heart is starting to balloon up a little bit. Okay, so I would err it and say that this is more towards the poor than towards moderate. What about that one? Severe LV dysfunction. Okay, what else do you see there? Septum is shipped. What else do you see there? What else do you see there? Apex is akinetic, and there seems to be some shadow developing here, which is not very clear right now. It could just be a image on one view. You have to see multiple views, a short axis view, perhaps looking at the apex, whether there is any LV apex plot or not. So one view is never enough, but it gives you a suspicion there that I need to look at the apex closely in different views. Parasternal long axis, apical short axis, you need to look at that. What else is seen there? What are the abnormal things in that echo?
RA has some maybe central line. RA.
Okay, so one could be central line, you are right. This is a catheter here. What else could this be? More likely with this LV function. Pacing. So this is a pacing lead. I know that because we've done the echo myself. So it's a pacing lead. In fact, it's a defibrillator. It's a AICD with a pacing with a defibrillator. What else can you see there abnormal? There's so much there. You've not mentioned yet.
Effusion.
Pericardial effusion is seen. Okay, so you can see that the pericardial effusion is there. Okay. What about the right ventricle? Nobody wants to comment on the right ventricle. So right ventricle is still looking like it is preserved in its size. It's not dilated. The septum seems to be pushed in. Not seems to be pushed in. Septum is pushed in. The annulus has got a poor contractility. You don't see the annulus moving up that much. So you would want to put up a TAPSE, tricuspid annulus peak systolic excursion, and see how much is the movement. If the movement is more than 15 millimeters, you would not consider it to be abnormal. If it is less than 15 millimeters, definitely abnormal. Okay, right? So just one picture shows you so much. Okay, tell me. This one, good, moderate or poor?
Poor.
That is poor, accepted. What is that? Yeah, so that looks pretty okay, isn't it? The contraction looks okay. What about this one?
Severe.
Poor? Okay. What else can you see in that video? Okay, so the right ventricle seems to be collapsing. Doesn't seem to be fluid there, at least from this view. But I don't want you to concentrate on the right ventricle, I want you to concentrate on the left ventricle. Tell me something inside the left ventricle.
Echoes we can see. Spontaneous echoes.
So you can see some cigarette smoke. What we call as spontaneous echo contrast. Now spontaneous echo contrast is swirling of the blood because of poor left ventricular contractility, giving this smoky appearance within the left ventricle. Okay, that's the sure shot sign of severe LV dysfunction. Okay, that means the blood is not getting pumped out easily. Tell me. I've only got videos, ज़्यादा लिखा हुआ नहीं है कुछ भी. Think and tell me. So, वापस, go back to, we are looking at LV function. So, first question should be good, moderate or poor?
Good.
Good? All of you agree good? At least moderate. Somebody who is not agreeing good, at least moderate. I agree it's good. But जिसको नहीं लगता at least moderate तो है. Tell me last time when you saw LV clot in a good function. Would you see a LV clot in a good function? No, right? Even the apex seems to be contracting well. So this is a adenocarcinoma. Okay. So don't be caught off. Don't sort of jump onto the conclusions during exam, especially, or when you see a picture and just don't think too much about it. Look at different views. Look at the left ventricular function, right ventricular function, contractility before you make up your mind. Okay, especially for structures which look abnormal within the cavity of the heart, any chamber. Okay, so don't jump onto conclusion and say this is LV clot. This is not an LV clot at all. This is just to sort of show you that there can be other things as well. Good, moderate, or poor left side. What else do you see there? What's the color showing you?
There is a ASP.
ASD or PFO? More likely a PFO which has opened because of so much of pressure on the left side. Can you see that? And you can even look at the direction of the flow. The direction of the flow is from the left to right. It looks like the left sided pressures are very, very high. And quite rightly so, the left ventricle is not moving at all. It's sort of almost standstill. I would give this ejection fraction 5 to 10%. If I was to give a eyeballing number, that is what I would give. Okay. What is happening there? Mitral vegetation. Okay. So you can see that this leaflet here, the posterior leaflet here, has got some form of a independent mobile structure attached to it, which has got a motion of its own. When the valve